Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. We are starting up with the vampires, the Throne of Blood. We've got a brand new first look at it a little bit of a day earlier. We're trying a multi-stream over on YouTube as well, doing this series live as we do it. Hopefully it's working. And if not, you know, that is what it is. We're gonna start off a brand new campaign this morning. We are gonna be playing, of course, with the new stuff. Let's create a realm real fast, make it custom. You know the drill. We're gonna go unknown for these guys, unknown for these guys, none of these guys, and then everybody else gets unknown. I feel like we've done this a million times and I probably have one saved, but just in case. Things we're gonna turn off. We're gonna turn off the presence traits. There aren't really any new ones. There is a new climate trait, Sunless Highlands. So there's more sunless areas, which are special for vampires. For the miscellaneous traits, we're going to take off all the world seals. We're going to take off untouched because I like having the special areas, and there probably are some new ones. I know there are some new ones. Take off no free cities, no mega cities, no regenerating infestation, unbound tomes, high maintenance immortals. These are just ones that like massively change the game. Everything else we're going to leave on. We're going to play on, let's do a large 7. And we will play on brutal, normal, simultaneous. We're going to play with simultaneous turns. We've done this recently and I've been really enjoying it. I think there's a new vampire portal visual. Absolutely, let's do that. Brutal, challenging plus. We're going to do challenging. Challenging plus is just like it's a 20% stat bump. It doesn't make them smarter. It just makes it more grindy in the very, very beginning. Everything else look pretty good to me, Johnny. Score mode is disabled so that we don't have a time limit. Expansion, magic, allied. We're all good on the realm.
Your journey starts.
Let's create our faction. If you don't want to watch this, I'll put a timestamp down below so you can skip right into the action, but we'll go through it, and we'll go through it pretty quickly. I was originally going to play as lupines, but I kind of feel like I want to do humans. I want to do humans who are sort of like the classic vampire is what we're going for. We're going for the apex predator, the new kind of vampires that just like eat everything and want to raise up people and have blood and explore the new options. I'm going to play with Sneaky for bonuses to flanking attacks. We're going to play with Strong for extra damage. We're going to take a Flaw, Weak Constitution, health regeneration reduced by 50%, because I'm hoping the blood stuff will kind of offset that. And then we're going to take Pack Tactics because, well, we have access to some animals, some new vampire animals.
What is
and we'll keep on going on
culture?
The new Dark has been reworked, so we now have the Cult of Tyranny and the Cult of Death. Cult of Tyranny is all about exploiting status resistances, the Aura of Tyranny, which reduces status resistances. They get less Whispering Stones, but they can like kidnap heroes and use those to get bonuses towards free cities. The Cult of Death, on the other hand, gets to sacrifice characters for Embalmed Sacrifice, which allows them to build special, unique buildings and a couple of big map rituals as well. And I thought, you know, it would be fitting for our build here.
What defines their society?
We're going to take the new trait, which is hidden in the Pantheon unlocks, the Apex Predators. We gain 50 food on pillaging, 50 food on raising, 50 food on migrating populations, which is, I think, a new thing. And vassals grant 50 food for population as well. Starting units get +1 rank, so you start off a little bit higher up on the food chain. And then we're going to take Vision of Ruin. And what we're going to do is we're going to end up taking a Shadow Affinity for this. Death Will Reign, which I thought was probably pretty appropriate, all things considered.
Choose your first.
We're going to start with the new book. The new Tier 1 book, The Tome of Blood Rites. Perform forbidden and dangerous rites on your units to bleed your enemies and strengthen your allies. We get an ability that does 5 unblockable physical damage to a friendly unit, but then everything within 2 hexes gets 2 stacks of bleeding and 10 physical damage. The Blood Rite is kind of all about doing damage to yourself in order to stack bleeding on everything. Same sort of thing here, but it strengthens and life steals all of your nearby friendly units. This is just all of your units get extra physical damage, and if they hit a bleeding unit, they heal. The Blood Cultist is the new Tier 2 Battle Mage. that has hemorrhaging bolts, deals extra damage based on bleeding, and scarlet plague, which gives blood parasites, a special new bleeding thing. And then they also have Dagger of the Right, which is they take damage, they gain a bunch of damage, and then they die at the end of their turn. So if you have like one big hit, you can kind of like use it all at once. Flesh Carved Sigils, a new minor race transformation, gives hit point regeneration at start of world map. That's kind of why I took that like 50% health regeneration debuff. And then the attack and debuff abilities ignore status resistance per stack of bleeding. Finally, Sanguine Focus gives your mages physical damage and chance to inflict bleeding. Again, blood. We also get the Blood Altar, which does draft per adjacent farms. All good fun stuff. They've changed the ruler origin, so now it's a full scroll wheel because there's so many different types in here, which is pretty good. What is unblockable? There's no defense reduction? I think so, yeah. Like it's just like guaranteed to work on it. Apex is a Pantheon unlock. Yep, I had some extra points left over. Barely any lag between YouTube and press. Impressive. Good. And I'm not like stuttering on your guys' screens because I'm going to tell you on my screens, I am like a slideshow right now. So I am really hoping that that's all working okay because my computer doesn't seem to like it too much, but we'll see how that works out. We're going to play with the Elder Vampire Pureblood. You can also play as a hybrid if you want to play like a dog vampire or something. They're functionally the same. You get a few different options. Hilarious looking. What a man. We are going to play as the Ranger because the Ranger gets a new weapon here, Floating Daggers, which is kind of new. They also get Sword and Whip, which is very cool for a skirmisher. But I kind of wanted to go with Floating Daggers because I think this is very specifically a Vampire Lord special. We'll work on our physique and stuff. I kind of rough built this guy last night and how I wanted him. You can play, if you so choose, as a sparkly vampire. So all of you Twilight fans out there, Twilight vampires, don't worry. We got you covered. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do these cool like blood patterns that go all the way through our guys. We're going to give him the most Apex Predator head we can. Kind of you have like pretty vampires, you know, all the way down to the full-on half-bat vampire. And I figure we're going for this classic vampire look. So that's what I want to do. I want to make him look as classic as possible. I want to give him, I think, a little beard. I think I went with this hairstyle. We're going to root it in black with just a little off color, I think, on the sides. Just to spice it up. There's a lot of really cool new helmets, including this cool like Order of the Rose. The vampires are also tie into a lot of rose-based stuff. But we have new masks. We have like auras of blood, very like Vampire the Masquerade style. We have some just like sexy chain masks, some classic crowns as well in there. It's a good mix. There is a new unlockable hat, but vampire rulers can't currently wear it despite them being able to wear all the other stuff. So we're going to go with the Throne of Blood because it's the Crown of Blood because it just feels right. For the outfits, we have, again, sort of this Rose Knight motif. We have a sexy open shirt vampire. We have fancy dapper vampire, suit and jacket vampire. We have like this classic like ritual vampire. Then just some fancy robes and classic robes. I want to go with the suit and jacket. I think it looks right. The new unlock jacket is also here. This is the Vampire Hunter. You can see it's like covered in stakes in the front. Honestly, the Vampire Hunter, the new unlock stuff looks really good as well, which I'm super pleased with. And for cape, we've got lots of good options here, including like big, like just piles of blood behind them. You can grab little wings on them with this skin decoration. In particular, the skin decorations apply to the wings as well, so it looks really cool. There's a couple nice ones. One with a bunch of hands on the back of it. I was thinking probably this guy's got little roses. Maybe this guy here. Go with some gold armor with a little like metal, shiny metal accent tips. And that's sort of, you know, I see this as being like that classic Vlad the Impaler sort of thing, right? It's very, very nice. For colors, of course, we're going to go red. There's only one way you can go here. And I am going to take one of the new Pantheon unlocks here, which is just a Chalice of Blood. I like its vibe. We could go with like a steel chalice. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with that. And I like the way this guy is looking. I don't really want to make a lot of changes to him. I think he's kind of like normal-ish. He looks like an Apex Predator to me. I will switch the poses out because the Vampire Lords do get 3 new poses, which I'm stoked about. Floating. I don't know what this is meant to be. I think it's meant to be like asleep in a crib or a crypt, coffin, but kind of looks different than that. And then just, you know, menacing. So I feel like let's go with this nice menacing one. These guys, we're going to go for like real pale, sickly white humans. We're going to make them extra skinny. We're going to give them probably black armor. Black here. And then we either scar them up or we burn them up. Let's scar them up. There is a couple new mounts. There is the horses with roses in them, and then there is just regular old skeletal horses. I think let's go. Let's go with these new cool rose ones. They do fit like the whole outfit we got going on right now. In the darkness, which is what we will probably be in most of the time, will kind of look like this. Which feels right. I can't make these guys gray skinned, could I? Well, kind of. That's more like teal skin. Yeah, let's just make them pale. You know what? When they get turned into vampires, they'll probably change their color a little bit, so. Sensual JoJo pose, right? My face is normal-ish? Well, that's very kind of you to say. I'm happy with this.
Your journey
We need
begins.
names and titles and all sorts of things. Otherwise, you're going to have to get my terrible puns. Currently, my name for him was Eduardo. And the race name were going to be the Colors. But, you know, if you don't want a bad Twilight pun in here, chat, give me some ideas. We are sort of this like, I mean, we're an elder vampire. We're not like an arch elder vampire. There is sort of a hierarchy in them here. But we are an apex predator is one of our big things. Surname the Bloodwise. I'm going to look through the ruler ambitions to determine what we want to go with. And if there's anything new in here, which I'm not sure there is. The Dominator can raise units after combat. I don't actually know that we're going to get any raise unit abilities. I think we'll get the ability to like create skeletons, but not raise them. This build is going to be a lot about crits and morale. So there are some nice options here. Honestly, Siegebreaker to all units in the army. Win a battle against a free city. He could go just Imperialist. Yeah, you know what? I think that's true. Because he's going to be all about like owning a lot of vassals. An Imperial warlord through subjugation. I think that's his vibe. And I'll tell you what, we'll set up the tome path here as well, because I can do this for the build so you all know where we're going. We're going Tome of Beasts because there's a couple of new beasts that I want to check out as well. Then we're going Doom Heralds. We're going Revelry. We're going Vigor. We're going Tome of Torment, one of the new tomes. Then we're going Tome of the Crimson Rain, one of the new tomes. Tome of Archons, Revenants, sorry. And then Tome of the Eternal Lord. And we have some extra, you know, I'll worry about that later. But that's going to be their plan. Colors goes kind of hard. Eduardo Jose Monterilla. Names lords after Twilight. Report a streamer for offensive content. Oh no. One Stuck Man. Hybrid Goblin with a pretty head could be an alternate for a half-bat vampire. That's quite a look. Name the Lord Fire Festival. The Nomad. Oh my god. I actually like Fire Festival as a nod to the new Bloodlines game as our Throne City. It's kind of funny. There's something about it. I might just say Sire Eduardo. No last name. He's really got that sheer energy, you know? Name suggestions in the YouTube chat too. I can ignore 2 chats at once. That's true. I guess that's I do have to make sure that I can read YouTube chat as well. Please make Alucard with one of the heroes. There is some really good Vampire Hunter stuff, so. First time catching a stream live, watching a lot of VODs in the past, though. Glad to have you here, dudes. Belmont, Carmen San Diego. I think we'll go Sire Eduardo, the colors of the Fire Festival. Humanoid beings who are organized and entrepreneurial, albeit impatient at times. They love to sneak around and find weak spots in their enemies' defenses. They pride themselves on their strength and musculature and surround and overrun their enemies. Legends say their bloodline was cursed with a weak constitution, so they pursue power and often turn to dark and forbidden magic, caring little about the well-being of their people, destined to bring about a ruinous change to the realm. Let's go. Let's get it. When did I get dual streaming to work for you? Today, like 10 minutes ago. We just got new internet, so we're trying dual streaming again. I will tell you, my computer doesn't love it, or is at least struggling a little bit to love it at the moment. It seems to be getting better though. Honestly, now that I have switched over a window here, I'm lagging out less. So we'll figure out how it goes. We don't have a last name. That's fine. Yeah. We're like Cher or Madonna or I don't know. I'm sure there's probably more modern references that I'm too unk to get. What are you going to do? Day 1 dawns. Welcome back, everybody who skipped the character creator. A new ruler emerges. Explore your surroundings, expand your domain, prepare to face your rivals, and become the master of this realm. Your choices will shape the new Age of Wonders 4. So we have the Tome of the Blood, right? We are the Colors, led by Sire Eduardo. We are sneaky, strong, pack-tactic humans with a weak constitution. We are the Cult of Death with apex predators and a vision of ruin. We start with Death Waltz. Target-friendly unit regains its action points and health, gains resurgence, so it comes back at the end of combat, but is doomed and will die at the end of that turn. Honestly, very cool ability. Rite of Life Leeching. Target-friendly units sustain 5 unblockable physical damage, and then friendly units gain strengthened and lifesteal for 3 turns. You and your colors gaze upon the new realm ripe for the taking when dark clouds blacken the skies. A terrifying visage appears in the sky, a cackling skull pierced by blades of ice, fire, and lightning. You suddenly find 3 masks on pedestals before you. An obsidian mask of a weeping gravekeeper, a carnelian mask of a snarling general, and a lapis mask of a mage laughing maniacally. The earth around you rumbles, shifts, and tears while the skull in the sky screeches your name. Eduardo, this world must end by your hand. Choose your tools of destruction. We will become the Weeping Gravekeeper. This is going to get us 1 Shadow Affinity and 5 souls per turn, which is something sneaky I'm doing because I don't have any other ways to get souls. So does make the stream slightly choppy at times, but the performance is all right when you enter the game. Okay. Well, let's keep an eye on it. We'll see how it does. Donning the mask of the Weeping Gravekeeper, the world grows dark and cold, and eerie silence descends on its land. Among countless lifeless city ruins, only your colors thrive. The fields are sown with the bones of your rival, crushed under the decaying feet of ravaging undead. You feel Death's hand on your shoulder and turn to face him and see that you are both wearing the same obsidian mask. You simultaneously remove your masks to discover that the face of Death is yours. The vision ends and the world returns to normal. Your path is clear. You and your colors shall ruin the world and herald in an age of death. We are in Ashlands. Where is the Fire Festival located? Sort of the bottom right corner of the map. Loosely, but I suspect there's probably an underground city there. knowing the map generation at this point. We have a subdued umbral abyss. No umbral dwellings are present, but there is umbral abyss, so that's always fun. We're gonna start out with, ooh, good question here. Sanguine focus, blood cultists. Let's grab the blood cultists like right away. We have a scout, and we have Eduardo with an immortal and a pursuer. You know what? I'm grabbing this guy first, is if I can even build him right away. I need a town hall level 2. Let's grab the flesh-carved ruins instead. Runes instead. But I'm gonna have some trouble speaking through these teeth, let me tell you. There's not a lot of good terrain around us, so definitely let's go with the storehouse. Every turn, one province adjacent to the domain alters to sunless. So units regenerate less HP per turn on the world map in sunless terrain. And units only receive 50% of temp HP when healed in combat. But it does not help us actually be able to build on any of this territory. Hopefully we have like one of these worlds that develop as time goes on. All right, we got tower there. Tower over here. That looks like a wonder. That's just a battlefield marker. This could be a special place. Mythic location. And there is another tower down here. So I tell you what, I think I'm going to send my scout around this way. I see Umbral Abyss over here, so... And then I'm going to march my way up that way. Go for these early towers as much as possible. And I reckon we're going to need more immortals. They've changed the way that these units work, which is really fun. Immortals are now expendable, but they have lesser resurgence. So if they die, they come back with 10% of their max HP. They also get power from death. So whenever any unit dies, they get HP and critical hit chance. +1 if they get to kill themselves. And pursuers now get relentless pursuit, which allows them to teleport. Sick. Oh, I love that. Do we need food? Always, yeah. Starting on Ashland, not enough determinism much. Only thing we know about the world is that we're ruining it, but it does start really messy, so we have to figure it out. Changes to dark. All sorts of changes to dark. All sorts of changes. There's some really cool bonuses. We're playing as the Cult of Death. There's the Cult of Tyranny and the Cult of Death. Tyranny is a bit more focused in like the classic Dark. Yeah, it's a bit more morale based and status resistance based. And Death is all about basically like as units die. And it's really cool if you stack it with the new blood stuff. Basically, you end up having like tier 3, 4, and 5 units who are really good. And then you fill your army with low tier units whose purpose is literally to get killed in combat. Let's keep going. Yes. So it is. It's a forming world. So all of this will become actual land after a little while. That's good. Oh yeah, and we're playing with simultaneous turns, so I have to remember that things actually move pretty quickly. Oh. You guys are like 240, 268. Sunken Ruins. This might actually not be a special spot. Ah, it's just a wonder up top. All right, well, we'll grab that and we'll keep looking around. Ooh. Oh yeah, this always costs an Imperium. They changed the button here and I'm like, what's going on? This isn't what this is meant to look like. This is outrageous. So we can't get early food until these all start modifying. which is really tricky because most of our stuff scales off of farms. So, honestly, I might just go with the early research post. You all scale off of foresters and quarries and foresters farms, none of which I can build anywhere here. But in due time, we might be able to. Oh, you can't even go there. Okay, so that's a wonder and this is a wonder, which means this is actually a pretty good spot to build a city. And I'd get some nice water tiles up here. I think this map also has lightless because it looks like we only have like a couple of... We have very little visual. I love the new UI changes for the vampire stuff as well. Looking very crisp. Man, I might straight up build a city right here. That's a little close. Let's go up. We'll put it kind of in this choke point. All right, I can at least get a quarry then. We'll work our way over this way to that temple. And then I'm going to get a shrine next. This is a very weird start. I tell you what, we're going to hurry the storehouse because otherwise we're never going to get any growth. I guess I'm building that desecration chamber. Oh, formless worlds. So bizarre. Okay, so there was another one down there. I heard building just then as well. Ashen Ruin, Temple of the Goateer, and there's an Arcanium ore here. There's also a mine in this location, so why don't we go here, and this is where we'll build the outpost. That feels like a pretty nice spot. We can pick up both of those. I am worried about the lack of actually fighting anything that I've managed to do so far. It's never really a great start when you don't have any combat early on. Though I've been severely lacking at knowing what I can even go hit. Obviously not you. 424. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to hit any of these guys either. All right, so we'll send these guys up here and we'll just kind of try to meet in the middle and clear out some stuff. We have focus crystals here. We've got a banner for some XP. That would help offset this bad start for XP. Some gold over this way. Yeah, there are things. There are things we can figure out. How was the Vampiric Crusade? Just getting started, dudes. It comes out tomorrow. We're just doing a little early access look. Volcanic eruptions too, yep. It's barely being born yet, and there's already some guy coming in trying to ruin it. It's a tough go. It's a tough go for the poor world. Good, good. What are you protecting? Angelic Envoy. Gain allegiance with a free city. Again, I don't really have the guys to do this right now. Tricky start. 460, 250. Okay, so there are some like weaker guys back here. Not many. But they might be where we want to go. Little ice underground. How is the underground looking? Yeah, that's big enough to host the city. Disconnected as well. This does look like a small underground to me. which is in our favor. Ish. Morbid Sacrifice. Unit in a friendly army. Units in friendly armies in the target province restore all HP, gain universal camouflage, gain 15 morale until the end of their next combat, and gain 20 HP until their end of the next combat. Oh, cool. So this is the new spell. So the Cult of Death gets these things, embalmed sacrifices. So if you have heroes in your crypt, you can embalm them. And then they are used for unique specific spells. This spell is so crazy good because it uses one of those. I gotta be real here. I think we have to take the Enchanted Crow Companion because we clearly have Sunless Nights on, or whatever it's called. And I'd like another scout, but I think let's grab a pursuer for now. This feels like the weirdest start I've ever done. Can I get a farm? Yes. Okay. Good. Good. You're gonna be a mine. Let's put you as a farm. And then I can get a workshop out so we can start getting some stuff built faster. We'll build a work camp here. I think I'm probably gonna try to save up Imperium to get that upgraded like right away. We'll start casting flesh-carved runes. And I don't think we have any heroes to defeat in combat right now, so that's looking good. No more sunless. It's heavy fog now. I mean, you could do the insanity fog. Here we go. Here are fights we can start to pick. So this is going to be my goal. I'm going to try to knock off kind of this group of monsters. And then heal ourselves back up as we get some more troops. Getting a city down this early is really good, especially in this position. 2 turns. We'll have exactly enough Imperium if I don't spend it. Hello, Mona. And we have a little visitor, kitty cat. Oh, one thing we haven't looked at is this. There are new vampire abilities. Of course, right? Vampires start different. So you either start here with Draining Bite, which is like you hit the guy next to you and heal, but you can't use it on targets that are immune to bleeding. It's very similar to the level 12 Dark ability, where you do damage, like you can do frost damage and heal. And then Siphon Blood, which is like a long-range version of it, but doesn't do as much damage. We'll pick you up, my little vampire cat. Have you noticed that my eyes are different? I wonder if that will spook you out. If I go like this, I go like, ah. Turn my little vampire kitty into a vampire cat. Vampire cats and vampire bats? It's not a bad idea. One of the pre-made factions actually right now is a vampire cat faction, which is pretty fun. More of a trickle than an eruption. We'll see how it goes. Hi. She's like, I'm asleep. Let me down. So the Siphon Blood also, both of these basically have a bunch of upgrades from them. I haven't really looked at these in great detail either. There's 2 ways sort of you can go. You can go with like this stunning drain that then charms people, mind controls them. Very classic vampire idea. Cancel some retaliation. You can get extra range on this. The other option is you can drain your familiars. So you can basically either say, oh, I'm going to start charming and stunning the enemy, or I'm going to start like draining my own units. Reduce cooldown, ignores defense, gives you strength and regeneration. And then the final 2 levels are you missed away, classic vampire bat, like, oh, you're about to die, and you turn into poof, cloud of smoke, and you disappear. And then vampiric flight, which actually gives you flying and evasion, which is pretty dope. So we're going to go down this tree as well. And we're going to make a really cool skirmisher, is the hope with these flying daggers. That's my goal. Surprised there's no mosquito vampire. There are a couple new vampire creatures like the vampire bats and the bat swarm. So straight into the dark jokes. Charm is a really strong ability. Yep. All right. Let's keep rolling. Cool. That was the sunless effect. Absence of sunlight has spread thorny and dark flora dotted with crimson roses. Whoa. So that's cool. It stays ashland, but also now gets sunless. 498 versus... yeah, we could take these dweebs. Yeah, of course, we have a forming realm. Free cities are absent. That's not great for us, if I can be honest. But it will have to do. Oh! Yes, you're right. We do have volcanic eruptions. Every 2 turns a marker is placed, and after 1 turn it will erupt. Not great for us as vampires. I'm gonna be honest. It's not the end of the world. It could be better, it could be worse. Now, all of these guys are gonna do spirit damage, and unfortunately they're all able to reach me in like a single turn. I mean, they're all support characters, so I think I just rushed them. TBH. Add some bleeding, get rid of some grace. Grace. Burning. That's nice. Do some big hits here. So this guy has a new ability, Relentless Pursuit. I love that. That is incredible on a tier 1 unit. A free teleport that recharges on cooldown? That's nutso. Now, unfortunately, they have lit all this area on fire, which makes throwing my daggers not quite as good. Because I can't get tasty flanks. But I'll do what I can. Maybe this fire will go away? I don't have a lot of faith in that. These guys just got rounds of Mortal Blessing. Death of another unit has granted this unit bonuses. Now, what I should be doing is remembering also that my units get extra damage from being close to each other. Dude, I wish I could teleport up there. That would rule. Why not hit that volcano? So we'll do the new Siphon Blood. Get a little bit of a bonus heal out of there. I guess I might as well teleport here. Start that cooldown going. Miss. Nice. Nice. Crazy Flumbles. You can get that kill and reset your cooldown. You're gonna move in. You're gonna move in. You're gonna start moving in, but it's gonna make it a little bit more difficult. Throw a few shots. The very narrow terrain has made it hard to like clump units up from for the right of life leeching. Cool. Just throwing like a whole load of daggers all at once. I love that. YouTube is here. I have to lower the tone to 1. They understand too. I fit in. Mosquito-based vampire faction would be fun. Ron, how we doing, my dude? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Classic vampire weakness in literature is lava. Are bug people vampires mosquitoes? Well, now I know what my next build is. For sure. Gotta do that mosquito build. All right, we got our workshop here. Let's grab the vendor. Give me that money, honey. Thornfist Megara. You're right down here, are you? That made it look like that was her territory, but maybe it's not. I love that the Ashlands forest just has like spiders in all the trees. You do lead me to believe that your city must be down here somewhere though. Oh. So this is the Sunless Farmlands. Hello again. Grassland Mountains. Okay, it kind of like looks the same anyway. Wow, these are building really fast. Did I really have that much? I thought that said that was going to take like 4 turns to build. It built instantly. You're not complaining. We'll do the shrine. I don't want to boost the stuff because what I would like to do is grab something here. I kind of want to do that so nobody can get out through this underground. That feels like there's probably a wonder down there. An altar of the ancients up here as well. Dude, this thing is surrounded by wonders. I could build the palisade walls first, but honestly, I think let's get the city going. Getting a second early city right now is quite nice. No. If we take this, it will take me 2 less turns and will also give me an additional population. I'm going to have to wait 2 turns for it, but that's fine. It works out and gives me extra pop, and I can build the palisade walls in the meantime. That makes way more sense. Interesting little road along the lava here. So you aren't healing super duper fast at the moment. There are those puppy dogs. I tell you what, if I boosted you, I could probably grab these guys out here, then come attack these puppy dogs, and you could get into our territory and start healing. Which makes sense to me. Oh, man, this terrain looks awesome. Huh? Rose vines. Sharp. Units get infected with bleeding. Creeping. At the end of the turn, this obstacle replicates itself to an adjacent hex. No way. Dude, that rules. All these guys can reach me, so I'm kind of thinking about just pulling back. No reason to get hit yet. You're a skirmisher, you're a ranger, so they'll go through some bleeding terrain as well. Probably could have done that a little bit better there, but see how that works. Have you teleport there? If I was a little smarter about this, I could have moved these guys over here. No, sorry. The Rite of Life Leeching actually only works for adjacent friendly units. I thought it was within 2 hexes. But that's okay. They all should have at least for adjacent friendly unit adjacent to the target. I was thinking overwhelm. That's okay. They're doing good damage. That puppy dog is still a big puppy dog. And that puppy dog is going to hurt me real bad. If I attack this guy, my flank is going to be open to the 2 of them. And I will get shredded. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to hit him. I have enough HP. If they don't crit, I should live this. Of course, 5 hits, and it's the last one that critically hits me. I wouldn't have it any other way. So at the same time, god damn. Unbelievable. I wonder what that crit chance was. Herbivores are like roses are back on the menu? Oh, dude. I did get the rank, the level up, but getting stuck in the void for 3 turns this early on sucks. Also, my buff is up, and I bet if I had cast that in time, I might have been okay there. Ah, well. I was gonna say our troops needed to heal anyway, but I don't really think they did. I think I'm just going to grab an Outrider and then start saving up for the city upgrade. Oh, this is all mountain terrain. This is terrible to get over. All right. You also already have a second city up. Damn, dude. You got a second city up faster than I did. How in tarnations? And level 4? Oh, you might have a boosted start. I just realized we probably left that on. Where some AI get a better start than others. It's part of the new, like, challenging plus stuff. Yeah, I bet you that's exactly what just happened. Okay, you need farms. We need foresters as well. For the granary, it's 2 foresters. At least we get some vision. That away. Surprise, surprise that she's declared a rivalry on me. And we have room for more troops. She's an elitist, which is always kind of fun. Just because it buffs our hero so much. A collector and an explorer? A death knight, though. I mean, that would be very fitting. Well, we can't get you this round anyway. Challenging Plus is a new difficulty they put in on the last patch. Not Gargoyle, but Griffin with the Archon Prophecy stuff. And it adds like a 20% difficulty buff. We took that off, but it does also offer advanced starts for certain factions. Which I think is what we got going on right now. Let's get those blood cultists. Let's cast these flesh-carved runes. Better map regeneration and attack and debuffs ignore statuses. I can't tell what visually that looked like. She got a haircut, though. Feel like that ended up looking very similar. Oh, no, I see it. Oh, it's actually like, it's this same, well, you can't really see it on my guy anymore, but the same, like, skin pattern. There's little, like, red lines on their hands. You can probably see it better on you. Yeah. Cool. Great look visually. You had a lot more troops in here than I thought. Were a bunch of them hidden? Oh, you're guarding the focus crystal. I always knew you had a bunch of troops. A crusader host down here. Oh, that's just one of the worst things you can start next to. And the Toll of Seasons. Oh, no. That is not a wombo combo I care for. That's going to make my life very difficult in these starting phases. Okay, you can now create a town in 1 turn, and it will start at a higher pop. We have room for another hero. He's going to cost us $150. But I don't have any buildings going, and that's kind of a bit more important to me right now, is getting that Dread Spire. Because that's 4 turns. This guy's 4 turns. He'll unlock the Blood Cultists. So let's send you over here to this money, honey. And then I guess if we have a city here, probably putting one in this area would not be bad either. I mean, at the very least, there's Arcanium ore over here, and I'm going to want a hold of that. Ain't no do to boot. We going to want a hold of that. I guess we'll grab that tower next. Dude, I love simultaneous turns. They're so good. Your fangs itch. Flashes of red blur your vision. Your body craves blood. You can suppress your unholy desires no longer. You sense the heartbeats of the mortals that surround you. Colors, animals, your trusted lieutenants and prisoners of war. You try to shake off the craving. It's not becoming of a lord of your standing after all. But the bloodlust relentlessly grows until the roars of your hunger drown out all other sounds. Blood. You must drink blood. From Rut Crimson Well will we quench our thirst. Whose blood will satiate the craving? Feast on cattle. No way. No one will miss a few colors from the fire festival. I receive 55 souls and they take a city stab. That's not bad. Ah, I can drink souls. Oh. But it will also wound me. feel like I have a few turns to heal. Or if I had thralls, I could eat my thralls, but I don't seem to have thralls unlocked. I know we get them as an elder vampire, but if you want to be cool, you need cultists, right? Yeah, Tola Seasons is brutal. First YouTube multi-stream live. Nice. Yes, I'm very happy for it. So, throwing knives with the freezing abilities to create a Dio build. Oh, you absolutely could do that. The new Torment book is all about frost damage, which I'm very, very pleased about, because I've been crying for more cold books for a long time. You know what, man? I'm gonna just eat these people, because I'm also realizing there's no free cities. 20% city income is not great, but we can make it work for now. Do I want a third scout? I don't think I do. Let's go up this way. Normally, I would. But currently, I don't think so. Akvek is founded. We're gonna grab you a forester so that I can build a storehouse. And then I think if I build here, I can cut people off from coming this way. You look like you could probably be surrounded by farms. That gold mine is occupied. I am tempted to put a quarry in that hill. But you know what? We also have access to all of this. Let's do a farm. Get that early growth going. Effluence. Effluence in the hills. We'll enchant our crow companions. So now our vampire scouts have crows, which will help them see much further. Man, I'm loving this sunless effect right now. And we'll take on a few of these bad boys. See how we do. You're actually reading chat on YouTube too? So many chat boxes to read for you? I mean, I'm trying. We'll see how long that holds up. I'm gonna have to find some ways to like mix my boxes for sure. Because otherwise it's gonna be a struggle. I'm already bad enough at reading chat as it is. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I forgot these guys teleport. Rude. Well, obviously, I'm just going to teleport behind you. Oh, I forgot they had that. When this unit is hit, it gets precognition. Ah, so it goes like on and off and on and off and on and off. I'm gonna lose that guy for sure. Well, you both have precog, so I can't really do much about that. I suppose I could hit this guy. Would that count as a flank? It sure would. That's a pretty juicy one, too. This would have been a really good situation to have cast the Rite of Life Leeching on my hero. I would have strengthened all of my characters and given them all lifesteal. And unfortunately, I'm now just going to lose you. You're going to get rid of him. You're going to get rid of him. You're going to have to take a hit. Hate precog. Of course. How could I have been so foolish? These guys now have lesser resurgence. So they don't ever really die. I can let them just like come back. Add Discord chat in here for max headache. I think I would need another screen. There's no question about it, actually. So now we have the Death Guards, who are the new Spearman unit with Deathly Vitality. So they can now like super heal themselves is their special ability. And the Mortalists, who have Decay Bolts and Death Hex, which inflicts Decaying and Life Seed to the target enemy unit and another within 3 hexes. Well, didn't occur to me that the Immortals would be immortal. I know, I say it out loud, and I hear how stupid it sounds. Well, it's boosted. Let's get a library. Nothing else we need there yet. We got scouts heading up top. You're going to grab that. So Megara is probably under this underground passage. She sure is. Don't even need to go look. We got our first level up. Ooh, what do we want to get? So many options. Siphon Blood gets +2 range. Deal unblockable damage to target friendly unit, then heal the caster and get 2 strengthened. 3 strengthened, 3 regeneration. Drain blood as a 60% chance of inflicting stun. What's cool about this is it also counts as physical ranged. So for things like versatile skirmisher, it'll work with that. I was actually maybe thinking about giving this guy the whip originally, so I might have to change his weapon later. Because if I could siphon blood at range and have that trigger skirmisher, especially with a reduced cooldown. I mean, probably snapshot, right? It's free damage. Cooldown of 1. This was originally what I was kind of thinking. For right now, let's take the easy option. Oh, good. And the Crusader host is getting ready to attack us, so we are going to need more troops. Because I guarantee you that's going to be like a 600-point army. Save up for the hero as well. This is true. This is true. I mean, I want the hero and I want the blood cultist is the other issue here. So I guess you can just start going up this way. If you go in here, climb this mountain with them. The heals are slow right now. Free cities and vassals with whispering stones. There aren't any of those on the map. 1 gold off. Woof. $900 points. A Titan and a Subjugator. It's turn 16. Celestial Grounds. Celestial units are common. Crusader hosts are common. Ancient wonders such as ziggurats are common. Oh, I like that. This is like... The narrative of this world is really cool. You know, it was like a forming realm sort of left over by Celestials, and we've like come here to ruin it. I quite like that. Mark of the Death Cults. This is all enemy units within 2 hexes take damage and gain bleeding. I guess let's grab that next. Feeding infestation grants you units. There's another infestation over here that's also attacking us right now. They're going to go for Ashes Vec. Fantastic. Just what we needed was being hit twice at once. I have enough to hire a hero, so I better do it. I think this Death Knight is the guy to go. Oh, sick. You don't just recruit heroes as a vampire. You get them to embrace vampirism. Truly is the Fire Festival, right? Dope. So he gets the vampire skill tree here now as well. And he'll get vampire signature skills, which are also different. Let's make him look a little better, because honestly, right now, he looks kind of dumb. Sir Alaric the Berserker. How about Sir Alucard the Fallen? Because he is a Death Knight. If I'm making him Alucard, I kind of want to make him in the Vampire Hunter outfit. Even though it looks like his face doesn't fit it properly right now. I think I have to give him some of the head models. This head model, this human head model in specific, does not work with the Vampire Hunter. It's too fat. So he's a Death Knight now. Alucard the Reversed. I mean, I feel like we could rock that. He's a Death Knight, so he can have some pretty wacky gear. I like the idea that, like, he, you know, I imagine that as being like, he's the first vampire hunter who came after Eduardo. And so he killed him and then turned him to his cause. 486. No, I don't know how I meant to win this fight. But I guess we'll find out. I guess it's going to be a very painful experience. And then we will get a blood cult as soon as we can. Hello, hello. We might as well meet you. Duneworm Paul. We might be able to get along with the Duneworm Paul. Who is currently broken because I don't have the color mods on. Sounds about right. We'll keep going up that way. He's gonna burn that. Is he gonna come after me right away? Can I get in there? Do you consider me brave enough to hunt a hunter spider matriarch? Asks your hero. They are an honorable hunter's prey. He does not wait for your reply, but speaks with a glint in his eye. This is not a creature you hunt for its meat, nor will it yield an eye core to apply as poison or medicine. This is a beast you hunt to fight to the death. A hunter spider matriarch made its nest nearby. Go win your honor, my dude. You gotta go down there to get it. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to hang out in the home. In the home turf right now. Alright, we have these gold mines here. I'd kind of be a fool not to pick them up. Grave Obelisks unlocks Crypt Temple. Ah, so these are special buildings that also cost in bomb sacrifice. 10 city stability, 30 mana income. Oh, cool. The mana buildings for vampires are just are well, not for vampires, but for death cultists are unique. Unlocks thralls, which are produced like population. Gives us clairvoyance rituals. Gives us soul drain and thrall effigy. So here's the thing, because we get souls and we get them every turn, I was thinking about building this Vampire Castle Foundation so that we could turn souls into thralls and use them for special spells. Now, I don't need to do that right now because I'm building a library. But I do need to annex more territory. Yeah, I mean, these are both going to be gold mines for sure. There's no way around that. Let's get you a workshop. And then probably just another farm. Seems like a safe-ish bet. Because we don't know what's like coming down there yet. Don't expand, give more land to pillaging armies. I mean, there's a decent chance that they just come in to attack us. Ain't guaranteed they don't just do that. So, oh, a cursed field. Oh my god. This unlocks recruitment of tier 1 skeletons. One, two, three. Dude, I would have to fight to get a city up here. But it's also like between two mountains. That would be a really good spot for a city. Where is this guy coming from? Oh, that is being made into a city. Okay, so Dune, pronounce declaration of rivalry. Okay. Just do that because obviously that is the building I want. I really don't know how we're going to win this fight. You also count as undead, don't you? Yeah. Like, right? These guys just do fire and spirit. You just do spirit damage. You do spirit damage. You do spirit damage. You do spirit damage. They all do insane damage to my heroes. Small creature cage. I missed that. I think we're going to have to, like, wait a turn. Make sure we're fully healed. Yesterday I finished a run with Architect Angels after the DLC. Give Sword and Whip to your big angelic lady. Yes. Hunter Sword and Whip you can create. Similar to St. Celestine. Listen, they were going to loot and pillage all this territory anyway. You're a 700 point army up here, but you have 2 lords in it, which does mean if I take this, I'm also going to take road building. Oh, we are going to be on one hell of a back foot this campaign, dudes. Okay. Okay, can we go there and build roads? Grab that tower. I'm gonna have to let those guys just pillage the fire festival because I just don't really have anything else I could do there. I guess we can try to build a vampire castle. We're going to build a road right past this guy, and then you're going to keep going for next rounds. Grab that shrine, pop down here, enter this. That's his capital. You have also bonus starting city. Not great. Not great. I mean, what's a campaign if it's not a challenge, right? This world hates you, but then again, you did come here specifically to ruin it, right? Agent Wonders enjoy a lot of Agent's other content. Agent Wonders always a treat. Yeah, I know, right? Wish we had a map maker mode with an image export feature for D&D or other TTRPGs. That'd be fun. Just like with the grid. Be able to like generate a world with it. Oh, I like that. That's a very cool idea. Is it out already or is this a testing server? It's a testing server. It'll be out in tomorrow. Tomorrow this time. So 23 hours, I think. 19 hours. So very close. Oh, it might be a little earlier in the day. Boy, I am still not sure. Yeah, he's just going to pillage. I'm like, that's not a second Crusader host coming up. For Doom, the bells toll. The city guards a fire festival before you bring a bedraggled woman accused of sowing panic with her stories of impending doom. She speaks with terror in her eyes. The spread from the fields creep through the cracks in your city walls, and then swoosh, everyone is gone, stolen by the Fae. She brings out a broken, resilient crown of accuracy. Dude, if I get told right now, it's over. Gain more additional information. Banish the fool, but keep the crown. The crown is actually pretty good for me. Jail her. I need her to be in the crypt to embalm her. I'm going to take the crown because, quite frankly, if the toll shows up, we're licked. I meant to build a roast there. Whoops. The rite of bloodletting is complete. We get a new book, so we're going to take the Book of Beasts.
It is the beasts that shall inherit the world. Their paws will tread on our graves long after their fangs have ground our bones to dust. Call upon their might if you dare. Command their ferocity and nourish it, so that you may reap the benefits of
Do I want wild speakers?
Power.
I don't know that we're going to get any other support units. Oh, no, we will. We'll get Scalds. I'll probably take Scalds over wild speakers then. So let's just take animal kinship for now. I know we don't need it right away, but it will come in handy later in the campaign. I'm going to poke my head in that umbral abyss, which I imagine I will regret, but I can't believe we have 12 seasons as well. My whole eco is just getting shuttered. Pandora's sentient world that unites against invaders. It says 19 hours on the Steam page. Okay, yep. Never take Beast Book. Wonder what you plan on doing with the Beast Book. So we'll get a building later that allows us to recruit vampire bats and vampire spiders. Really, it's like my build is being based around crit damage and flanks. And so having some animals around is just going to like boost that up a little bit. 780, 600. This guy's not healing because he is in volcanic heat. Interesting. I'm going to take farms grant food because we have a bunch of stuff that scales off of farms. And then I have to try and win this insane battle. I don't have a lot of faith in this right now. Vampire DLC looks awesome. I'm stoked about it. It's filling a good little niche. What do we have? A Vow Keeper, a Bannerman, a Seal Breaker. Dude, I love that everybody on this map does spirit damage. It's so good when I am a vampire. Raise Undead, grant defense, and melee strike. What do you have here? A pike. They added a ton of stuff to wands and ritual staffs. Pretty much every ability you can add onto a ritual staff now, which is really cool. Woof, 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 woof. I mean, here's the thing. They're mostly ranged units, so... Vow of Purification has their negative status effects removes. The heal. I think the best thing I could do here is fall back into these trees. Are those trees? No. These are going to be key. This sucks. I gotta do this. I hope I don't regret this. Strength and lifesteal on all my guys. We're gonna hold for one round. That longbow has much more range than I thought it did. Who just got bolstered defense? Did you? You did. War banner. And you are summoned vampire hatchlings. Okay, this guy got really damaged. I have death walls. He has a pike, so we get first strike retaliation if we try to go for him. Which means he's mostly going to be ignored. I'm literally thinking about using death walls on the hero. In sunlight, deals negative 20% damage, cannot regenerate on the world map. Right. Vampires. Something I've never had to think about before. Aggressively expanding is a lot trickier to do. Huh. That's a pretty major debuff. Heroes don't get vampire signature skills. Only the ruler gets those. Heroes get the regular stuff because of balance. Oh, okay. The signature skills still stay different. Okay. Ready to start another game? Wow, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Is there any way to get to the test server? No. It's like it's an early access embargoed thing. So worth an ask. Totally. Can't wait to try it out tomorrow. I also really like the Vampire Lord you made. I wanted to go for like a classic sort of Apex Predator Dracula, which I feel like we got. All right, so here's the thing. I could definitely shut down this seal bearer. I think what I'm going to do is... two heroes here as well. Wow. Wow. Okay. Oh no, what are you doing? You're very much distracting me. This cat, I tell you. Relentless Pursuit is probably a good idea, just because I keep my full action. You might actually have to go for those spiders. I haven't yet decided what to do with you. So this guy gets pack huntered. So 10% per friendly unit. You will also do pack hunter. Definitely you're not attacking him, so start here. Everybody gets life leech, which is powerful. You can only attack him. Can you finish him? That would give you teleport. Unless you graze twice. What was that, like an 80% chance? 50% chance, actually? Okay, well, graze is a bit more reasonable then. I don't really want you to get absolutely buckled here. But I don't think anything I do will matter. I could like snapshot and throw daggers at him. I'm not going to get any flanks here, right? Huh? Why are you facing backwards? What? All right, we better cast that Death Waltz on him then. I'm gonna do that red bloodletting. We'll move you here. Spiders die after a couple of turns. Unfortunately, I think I'm just going to have to ignore them. You're the Vowkeeper. You're the Bannerman. One hex radius, deal 25 temp HP. You know what? I might want to actually put you here if that's the case. Can I use this as zone of control? No. Man, I really don't love how much tanky she's got. Okay. Oh, the lifesteal. Well, it's okay. It gives mortal blessing to everybody. You go for the heal. Oh, so you're alive another round. Oh, that's big. That's big. You also maybe have a flank on them there. No, you don't. And you fail to land your hits. Okay. You're the one with this big chunky heal, so I want to shut you down. Ooh, you're facing that way? What if I teleported here and then flanked you? See, we have sneaky, right? All these guys have sneaky, so they do an extra 25% damage on flanking attacks. They're also strong, so they do extra, you know, damage in general. And then I guess as they have bleeding, they ignore status resistance. I'm not really sure what that's doing us right now, but... So you could definitely get a kill there, Mr. Immortal. I think let's do that. Alucard, you are not immortal. Now, I could run you in and cast Bloodletting. Alternatively, I could run you in and cast Death Waltz. This Longbowman is a tier 3 unit, and he is going to absolutely slaughter anyone he gets a hold of. You have already summoned your spider, so all you can do is Cosmic Blast, which does do a lot of damage, but is not the worst thing. So I am going to exactly do a Death Waltz. That's a lot of damage there, though. Can you throw daggers from behind? You can. I'm going to let you do that. I don't know where that sound effect was. And then that way, I can actually have them focus him. Fortunately, he does die at the end of his turn, not the computer's turn. But if he comes back, those immortals all come back. This spider should be dead now. Yes. That's not a flank? That's a flank. That's not. Okay. That's a flank and that's a flank. Who is the biggest threat? How do you only have 50%? That I don't understand. You're shooting over these boxes, but like... Okay, I figured at least, you know, spice that up a little bit. I think you're the biggest threat because you shut down an archer if you get on top of them. I also think that you can probably kill this guy if you wanted to. That's not enough. That does 20. This does 23. So I think let's do this. What? Why does everyone all the time have slip away? I don't understand how the computer is so good at ensuring every single hero it ever has in this game has slip away. 75 damage! Assassin Strike. Oh my god. You rat dog. You absolute rat dog. You know what? It's okay. Because we have mages that we can get. I mean, this is also assuming we even live long enough for that. We can siphon. We also heal off a siphon. This guy's morale is also like buckled right now. I should be standing next to him. You know what? It doesn't matter. That counts as a flank. Ooh, there we go. He's berserked. Well, that's good for us. Okay. Not bad. We lose the archers, but everyone else lived. We also get 300 knowledge, which is huge, a hardy plate, and an eyeball of the berserker. Oh. Not to mention some level ups. Do I want slippery and swift? Or do I want chance to stun on blood drain? Nice fight, right? I feel like we came out of that okay. Vampire Lord got apex beating by the world. When devs raised a hero from the crypt as undead, he wasn't a vampire, just as a whiteborn without sun weakness and didn't give XP to ruler. Might want to check if it works. Well, that guy lived, right? Because we cast that resurgence spell on him, so I think we did okay. This is on brutal difficulty. Yep. Pre-release version. I thought the release would be tomorrow. This is pre-release. Yes. Little press release action. I like the idea of going down here and getting this extra blood drain quicker. The other thing though is that I'm like, I really want this prepared shot, prepared strike, because I do feel like this guy does sizable damage right now. I don't know if those angels are they immune to bleeding? No. Doesn't look like it. Though, of course, there are units that are going to be immune to bleeding. You know what? We're going to go down that skirmisher tree. Get those points. Unfortunately, this guy didn't look like he got any experience because he died, even though he had resurgence. Same with all of these guys. But we got some characters here. A defender and a ritualist. You're a valorous brute, and you are a starborn paladin. I don't know why I can't see any of that, but I can embalm these sacrifices. And now I have embalmed sacrifices that I can use to do things like build grave obelisks. Or cast other spells. That would be really nice to have. Like the one that lets you heal and strengthens everybody. Where are you going? You're going into this Umbral Abyss? Belsarius! That's fun. I love that man. He's our Golem army. Which I think is probably still my most popular YouTube video. I'm going to run this way and try to just like poke my head out of other places. Now, the one thing I don't know is like, what am I going to do here? Let's grab a blood cultist. I guess if I could have a blood cultist and a ritualist. And then probably some of those spearmen in the front. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Only undead and mechanical are unaffected by bleed. What about elementals? Elementals are also immune to bleed. I know my characters. What's going on down here with this guy? He's still rampaging. Well, let's get some gold income. I might double down on that and build a gold income here. None of this is sunless terrain. So I don't heal. My vampires don't heal up here. My other guys do, but my vampires do not. Ah, cool. And we just like make thralls now too. I guess we can make the grave obelisk. I'd like it boosted though. Oh, the mausoleum is also special. Knowledge income and knowledge per adjacent conduit counts as a research post. Well, I could put a conduit there and there. Replace that quarry. Maybe, baby. Hello. I have a feeling that not a lot of people are going to be very happy with me this campaign. Wait, I thought this was Paul. Paul is here. Belsarius is here. Oh. These are different cities. I missed that. I did not notice that part. Blood drinking blades. Yes. You are taking damage from Umbral Malady. You know what, man? I'm gonna be bold here. I'm gonna see if I can steal this knowledge stash. This guy is able to move into all this terrain. I gotta try to get around so we can get back in there. We'll cast Animal Kinship right now, even though I don't really have any animals to use. Three turns on this Blood Cultist. Ooh. Yeah. He's coming for me. You get to flee. Legends of Meridia. You have a Griffin at 48. 32s, and you have multiple 48s. I don't think I can escape this guy. I mean, maybe if I go into the Ashen Ruin, but then I'm stuck. It is possible he won't see me down here. but I wouldn't put a lot of money on it. I can use this opportunity at least to rebuild all these provinces while he is not here. The mists are in the land of Paul. Okay, so Paul is dealing with them. Yeah, so he's going to move his army here, and then he's going to take these 2 flying characters, and he's just going to push them the rest of the way. And I'm going to have to try to, like, run for that cave. Damn, damn, damn. This is a really tricky start. For sure, he can reach me if I go there. Maybe he can't reach me if I'm too away. What if I take basic seafaring? What if I split my army? Here's the problem. I can't tell where he could go if I moved. No matter what way I go, I have to go through this square. So, oh, good. It is possible I could sneak back around through here somehow. Still kind of hoping he loses track of where I am. This is rough. So all of these places that turned sunless didn't get an opportunity to get like transformed before it happened. So these are like permanently huts right now. I think my biggest issue is still money. Cast Animal Kinship in the meantime. That homie is sending another invasion force. I still haven't dealt with this crusade. Nor are these guys like in good healed shape. Okay, you stop there. Yeah, he's got me. I'm dead. He's got me. If I had that morbid sacrifice, maybe. That's okay. We can start rebuilding at least. Put you with Death Guard in here next. A question of heritage. Holding his family heirloom, our hero Alucard approaches you with a formal greeting and proclaims, I am the heir of a proud bloodline. One of my ancestors was a dominator, another a steward. Oh, you're currently an explorer. Sturt. Sturt's actually not bad. He's a fortification governor too, so you picked up a vendor. Get a granary, you need another forester. Therefore, I will get you another forester. And here we have our new blood cultists. These guys look awesome. Honestly, the idea of playing as like half vampire, just like cultist is really cool. Not even playing as dark, but specifically going as like, I don't know, maybe like primal or something. He still needs to embark. I'm pretty sure he can embark and attack in the same round, so. As long as you die, it's fun too. Absolutely, right? I made the Helsing Eligard. Yep. The inferior one. Blood parasites overwrite bleed and can affect everyone, so also counts as bleeding. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, so that's the special thing these guys do, is that they deal extra damage for bleeding, but then they can inflict blood parasites, which count as bleeding, but ignore status effect bleeding. On its death, spawns a blood maggot. Which I am very excited to explore. Units regenerate an extra 15 HP per turn in friendly domain. That would be really helpful for me right about now. My Funk Soul brothers. You are angering me, Eduardo. Am I? These Crusader hosts also just invaded my domain. Oh my god. I'm just gonna build a road so I could get up here and start healing. He shouldn't be able to reach me. He says, I am hesitant to put this guy in there until I know this for sure, though. Castle Chambers is boosted. You're building right now. Ah, this is it. That's right. It's on the Soul Forge. So not only do you get the item forge, but you also then can unlock Vampire Spider Hatchlings, Doom Bats, Shrieking Bats, and Vampire Spider Matriarchs, but they cost a thrall to draft. That's so cool. I'm going to start building that right now. It takes 7 turns, but it's because I have basically no production in this city because everything is destroyed or getting repaired. And we have a Shop of Secrets. Do I have any spells to cast right now? Blood Drinking Blades. I'll take 200 knowledge, dude. Leave me with a little bit left over. That gives us Morbid Sacrifice. Universal Camouflage for 3 turns. Let's grab that Sanguine Focus. Morbid Sacrifice will cost me 2 turns to make. Restore all HP. Gain Universal Camouflage. Gain 15 morale and 20 HP until the end of their next combat. I should probably get the Blood Drinking Blades first regardless, though. Little Umbral Piggy up there. And who are you? Army of Paul. These guys are coming around the mountain as she comes, but we managed to get away from them. That's very good. That's very, very good. Okay, do I want to go Dreadspire here? I probably want to go Stonemason. Get some production going because we have a lot of farms. Didn't expect that. I have already been war decked by Belsarius. Now, here's the good news. His is this city, which is the city I want. So if I could take this city and then go underground and like vassalize him, that would be awesome. He is going to have a lot of golems, which are going to be immune to bleeding, though. And I am not so stoked about that reality. There's Paul's capital city. The Spice Factory. That's right. You got an an outpost city and another city under there. Yeah, Krefin would be good. Honestly, I could put another city right here in the center next to this focus crystal. And then do like 4 cities just like that. Yeah, that I'd be happy with that. I feel like that'd be a good layout. All right, we have blood drinking blades now. And we have another marauding army up here with 2 heroes in it. God damn, dudes. You gotta chill out. Is this the Umbrella Abyss? Yes. So someone from the Umbrella Abyss is also sending an army at me. I have no idea where it's coming from, though. Can't wait to figure that one out. If I'm not casting anything else, why don't we cast Thrall Effigy? Get a few thralls so I can make vampire spiders out of them. And bats. Boots and cats. Am I gonna ring around the rosy this dude right now? I think I am. I mean, if that ain't a pocket full of posy. Let's do that. I do got to be wary that he's going to come down with armies from here, too. Well, I made the right decision to come up here, that's for sure. If I've only got 2 turns on that siege. Hey! Aggressive time killer. Thank you for the 7 months. Much appreciated. Might not if you build roads. Yeah, I mean, well, we can get up here in time with some roads. There's our nice sanguine focus, and we're on to tier 2 already. So there's 2 options we have here. I don't know what version I want to do. I want to do Doom Herald. Demoralized, Hex, Steel Morale per hit. This is the main reason for it. Cruel Weapons. And then Revelry is our other thing. Ah, yeah. So I think they changed this. Blood Fury weapons now on kill. Adjacent enemies to the target gain 2 bleeding. You also get Scalds, tier 3 support, which are very useful. Because I don't think we have any support units. We get 50 morale from all sources. And we get the Siege Project, which inflicts bleeding. And we get Carnival of Flesh, which is boosted per adjacent farm and counts as a farm. So it's very farm focused. Vampires feel like they should be doing Revelry, right?
Nothing instills more doubt in it.
Easy choice. Try to grab that tower. Cool. The vampire castle looks very good. I cannot wait to see how that city will evolve. Of course, you are blowing up my extra mine here because you also expanded into my domain. Which I'm not too pleased about, but I don't really have much of a choice in the matter of. So this will be Sanguine Focus. Chance of inflicting bleed on my battle mages. Cool. Okay, if you were just to go up here, you would go that way. But if I told you to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, think if we build a road like that, we could take that fight. Let's cast this spell first. Cool. Everybody's magic becomes blood. That rules. And I do have room for another hero. I don't know where that Crusader host just went, though. Oh, no, he's right there. Let's do a little looky-loo with these guys first. Now, if I take you this way, will I get the defensive structures here too? I think I will. Sunless. Unit without Heartless. In sunless terrain, regenerate -5 HP and only receive 50% temp HP. All right, let's get in here. It's a lot of raiding. Yeah, we're getting like non-stop raided right now. Vamp Castle looks awesome when it's burning. Why start a fight when he'll auto attack me? Because this way my city stays at like shortage for less time. This dark, gloomy town in the sunless terrain. It's so nice. Game is fun to watch, but it looks hard. It can be. I mean, obviously, like I'm playing on a super high difficulty, so it makes it a little more complex. All right, what do we got? We got 2 Immortals, and we do have Alucard. So why don't we just plug up these here holes? So these are the new blood cultists. We have Hemorrhaging Bolt, and then we have Scarlet Plague. Enemy unit sustains damage, gains 2 blood parasites, and bleeding. And then, yeah, Dagger of the Right is basically they sacrifice themselves, but they get a bunch of damage for a turn. And this guy has Decay Bolts, and then he has Death Hex. Can't imagine any of that's in range. No. Rude. What was that? Snapshot double shot there. That's exactly what that was. Flaming crossbow, an orc with a flaming crossbow. I mean, kind of badass. He's wearing 2 belts. Also kind of badass. What's the other hero? Polearm. With a Ring of Slipaway? No, shockingly not. Caretaker. Animals in this army require 20% less base unit upkeep. What? Okay. Animal builds just got buffed. Who are these guys? Peacebringers. Oh my god. And a Warbound. And an Avenger. So the Warbound is tricky because he can just bulldoze and go through into my back lines. And in the back you have a Vowkeeper who can have their negative status effects removed. Yeah, I was worried about that. I'm gonna hit him with the Scarlet Plague. Nice. They both got decaying and life seeded on them. I guess you're gonna have to go for him, even though that's almost no damage. I mean, you're an archer. You guys are chargers. So letting them charge me isn't a good idea. I could surround this dude. Alternatively, I could charge him there and just like double charge him. I think that might be the play. Do you also get Pack Hunter? You do. Interesting. Hit him, take off his health. You know, I guess just smack him first. See what kind of damage we can do. He has a life seed on him, which is one of the reasons I am hitting him so hard right now. I can't really get a flank where I am, which is a bit annoying because these guys are in the way. Missed the snapshot. You're range 5. You're range 3. So can I hit the 3 of them or the 3 of them? I couldn't have really set that up any better. 2 stacks of bleeding. These guys have bleed and decay. I guess this guy's almost dead. These guys have the most HP. This guy's almost the most likely to die as well. So why don't we run out the bleed? Oh, awesome. This guy's also got blood parasites, right? So if this guy dies, he's going to spawn a blood maggot, which are cool new units that we haven't seen. Oh my god, that's so much damage. I'm an idiot. Of course, that guy has Avenging Strike or Helm Splitter. No, I mean, thankfully these are immortals. This is why I'm sending them to their death. He's not an immortal though, but I guess he is a vampire, so I don't quite know how that works. Gonna do that. It's hard not to. Have you just grab those flanks? Because I would like you to come up here and kill some guys if you can. This guy's got the blood maggots. Sorry, but I missed them. I think you should probably move if you're going to take this shot. That is gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt big time. Let's be cheeky. Pretty sure this guy dies if he moves, because you still have an attack of opportunity. And if I attack you, I also die. But I guess I force you to kill me if I stay here. You have to waste a turn killing me, so. Stream stuttering, just you? It's laggy for you as well, but it seems to be the game rather than stream. Little mad that YouTube is out viewing Twitch. Is it really? Wow! I never look at viewership, so that's always a bit of a shocker to me, but cool. Is Blood Cultist tied to Dark or Vampire? Tied to Vampire. Because Blood, I'm guessing Vamp, but I'm a cultist. Well, it's not really Vampire. It's like the new book. The book of Blood Culling? What the hell is it called? It's the new tier 1 Blood book. Usually play with the easier settings since I like the storytelling more with your games. Don't be shy to try it. It can be a lot of fun. Absolutely. I always say, like, if I wasn't streaming the game, I would not be playing it on the hardest difficulties. Okay, I can't really do anything here, so let's just eat. Alright, well, at least the longbow. Bleeding removed. That's rough, but at least he didn't remove the blood maggots. Oh! Oh! No! Where are my blood maggots? Fetch me my blood maggots, sir. You know what? Take it. Nice, dude. About time you did something. Blood maggots! Yay! Look how cute they are. They're just adorable little guys. They do melee strikes. They can eat corpses, which makes them get bloated. And if they bloat, it means they explode when they die. They also get nothing else. That's basically it. Yum, 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 yum. Time to keep you busy. You're on defensive mode. Of course you are, you dweeb. Are you not within 3? 1, 2, 3. You're not within 3. 16 and 2. 12. You do 21 versus 9. Now I'll take that 21. Wouldn't have minded that life seed, to be totally honest, but... Ah, you still can't reach me. How unfortunate for you. Here's the problem. This guy can heal. But this guy does a ton of damage. But also, that guy's gonna get full of blood maggots. These are the only spells we have. You know what would be really smart is if I do a Rite of Life leeching on this guy next time, so that our guys get 3 strengthened. Ah, you're out of range. Well, I guess we'll do it this turn then. How many points do we have? 25. 15, 15. I might need this Death Waltz. Specifically for Eduardo. I'm gonna hold. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god, they're all going after the blood maggot? Maybe. One, 2, 3. You're just out of range for that as well. Can't use for 2 turns. So if I put someone here, they're going to get killed. The problem is that I don't really have a shot otherwise. You're going to eat that corpse. You now have 2 stacks of bloating, which means you do even more damage if he kills you. You guys are insanely just going to have to wait. Nice. He bleeds and he summons another blood maggot. Now, whose corpses are all of these? Because you got Dion the Bloody and an Avenger. Okay, let's eat that Avenger. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna... I can't get close to you. What can I do? Oh. You might as well do this, since you're the best person to tank him. And the less distance he travels, the less distance he's gonna... damage he's gonna be able to do. That will add stacks of bleeding to him. Hopefully it did not. 40%. We'll move you here and we'll just take decay bolts. Okay. Maybe he'll go after the blood maggot. No. Owie. I don't want to destroy that corpse because I want to make sure I can embalm it. Blood maggot, you're going to take that hit for me. What is this guy's flank situation? There, there, and there. Perfect. 15, 13. I'm going to take the 13 with heal. Nice. Good critical hits. Okay. So I lost my blood cultist and I lost Alucard. But I got a new chest plate and a nice belt. 15 HP or 1 defensive bolstering resistance. We'll take 15 HP. Oh my god, we got our first signature skill too. Well, for sure I'm taking Versatile Skirmisher. Actually, do I want that right now? Maybe I don't even. What are the signature skills for the vampires? This is something I actually don't know much about. Hemomancer. Sustain unblockable damage equal to 10% of your max HP. Your next attack deals 50% extra damage. Blood Recovery. Recover 10 HP when killing a unit with magic melee or physical range, and upkeep increased by 10 gold. Night Sworn allows you to summon bats. Adjacent enemy units sustain damage, have a chance of becoming blind for a turn. And you get Versatile Skirmisher. Okay, yeah. At the start of the creature, conjure a Doom Bat. Dreadful. Target enemy gains 2 Torment until the end of combat. This is the new from the Tier 3 book. Sustains 8 frost damage, lose 4 morale. Gains status vulnerability, lose 10 morale. Attack cause morale loss. Yeah. So Torment is all about morale loss. And then Desecrator. Target corpse explodes and all enemy units in a 2-hex radius from its sustained damage, disease, and decaying. Summon zombies at the beginning of combat. I feel like Hemomancer is what I have to do for this guy. I'm going so all in on the blood with him. It just feels like it's the right roleplay choice. Ah, these are not unique. Inspiring Killer or Purging Strikes. I think actually my build does not leave room for these currently. Flanking attacks deal an extra 20% damage. On you? That's pretty big. We failed that quest because our guy died. Ha! I guess I can't revive him until I build the crypt, even though he is a vampire. The deep crypts? Yeah. In this domain, vampires gain plus 10 HP regeneration on world map turn. Oh, that's good to know. Damn. Poor Alucard. And I also lost my Hemomancer, my blood cultist. You need a stonemason. We also need a hero. Oh, they're worth 300 bucks now. There is a warlock though, and that would be very fitting for us. So I think that's what we're gonna do. In the meantime, I'm gonna send you over here to try and figure out where these monsters are coming from. Diane the Bloody and Pandor Sharpshooter. A level 2 Death Knight. A level 2 Ranger. I'm gonna balm him. Embalm him. You know, also, I guess I could 150. I could get that hero right now. Might not be a bad idea at all. Vampires! Embrace the dark! I love this. This is such a cool little scene. We didn't get a sparkly vampire? No, we didn't go with the sparkly vampire. Sadly not. Do vampires get thralls? Yes, they do. Yeah. They basically grow in cities. And if you have vassals, they also grow in vassal states. And so you can use them for specific things like recruiting vampire spiders. Or doing thrall special rituals. So obviously this guy does not look like a warlock. We got to change that. I want this new vampire hood. Oh, I can't use it. Let's make you look like a warlock. That is like a classic necromancer. That's a bit more... You know, I kind of like this like classic look. Unfortunately, despite him being a vampire, I can't put any of the vampire special stuff on him. Now, thankfully, Dark has a lot of options that sort of fit the bill. We got choices. I think it's either got to be all these skulls or all these skulls. This is like a feathery cape. I think we'll go with that. Is this the right outfit for him, though? Yeah. Classic. Nildor the Prophet. He's rocking a fire orb. Definitely I'm not giving him that shielded chestplate. Let's reset your skills. You actually come in at level 4, which is really fun. And you're a warlock who I can totally remember how they work. Hex Pact, Blood Pact. Target gains life, steal, and resurgence. Caster gains 20% damage. I like it forming a blood pact with someone and giving them lifesteal and resurgence. Can you see the capital city? Yes, I will absolutely show it in 1 second. What do I want here? The thing is, Initiative Chaos gives us this extra 10% crit chance, which is really nice. Though I don't think it's going to take any of these other things. I love that I can also give him Siphon Blood and, like, Draining Charm. I kind of just want to do that. Blood Drain abilities have a chance of inflicting Mind Control instead of Stunned. Inflicting Dominated instead of Stunned. I think I'm going to give him Pact of Eternal Servitude. And then Stunning Drain. This way he has like an extra thing he can cast. Now, you can run pretty far away, and you're gonna have to right now. Set him as the governor. And he will be a higher level than the other guy, which is good. Reveals the nearest closest infestation or ancient wonder. I'm going to queue up a Morbid Sacrifice because it's such a powerful spell. So this is the special new spell that Deathcasters get, that Dark Death Cultists get, where it costs one of your Embalmed Sacrifice, so it's like a corpse and 70 mana, but it restores all HP to an army, gives them Universal Camouflage and Morale and HP in the next combat. So it's pretty damn good. And those guys are busy. That's rude. It's a rude place to put an outpost. Classic Bagheera. Is it like a pirate den that's sending guys towards me? No, it's got to be whoever's up here. You can be rebuilt, and I might as well do that because I'm not being attacked here at the moment. Yeah, I'm like really down on guys here though. All right. You are pillaging me. You are building me my death guard, which I'm a-okay with. He's unfortunately pillaging all my stuff. My mausoleum is up. Cool. I also told you I would look at my city. So instead of getting a wizard's tower as a vampire, you get a vampire castle. And it grows. This is just like the first level of vampire castle, and it's a dark city. So the city is roughly the same. The castle is different. And then obviously we have like the sunless terrain where we grow these cool rosy flowers. So are shock units good for frontline? Like 3 of them and the rest support 2 range? They can be. Yeah. You just play a much more aggressive play style with them. So wait, ever skip signature skills and take a regular skill instead of going down the tree faster? Absolutely, I will. Yeah. I don't always take them unless they fit the build. So I'm not really putting fire damage on my guys. So building a bunch of, like, I want the crit chance from chaos, but we're not doing any fire stuff. The morale I could take, but like, not. It doesn't. You only have so many points in a character, right? So asked him to name the sorcerer after you and make a sparkly vampire. Oh, sorry, I must have missed that. And make him a her, Shirajira. Thank you. No problem. I could do that. Shirajira Jin. Did I spell that right? Miss Shirajira Jin? Well, now you're going to have to be a sexy warlock. I'm just kidding. Am I? Apparently, I no longer have that cape, so I think you do have to be a sexy warlock. Male warlocks allowed to dress modestly. Female warlocks, big old plot. Nice dresses, though. I don't feel like this cape works anymore, though. That one kind of can, though. Covered in hands instead. Nothing ever works. Meow. Hi, Cindy. All my cats are like, what are you doing still streaming? They don't know. They don't know the vampires are here. Crown of Bones? Crown of Bones. I hope you live. 42 bucks for that death guard. I will take that. Because I kind of need them at the moment. So these guys are not going to heal if I move out of this terrain. But 730. There will be sacrifices. Now, Mark as prey is pretty good for getting rid of one of those big characters. If I call a wild animal in sunless terrain, what do you think it's going to give me? I'm going to guess a Doombat or a Vampire Spider. Would be my guess. Armor, the less you wear, the more AC you have. Sacrifices will continue until morale is improved. Is the game stuttering moving over the map? It's possible. Be good to know. Did I get early access? Yes. Yeah. We gotta, well, I'm allowed to show it a day early. I've had it for a while, but I haven't been playing it. I like to do everything live, so. Marcus Prey is a really good spell. The Toll of Seasons is gone, which also means it'll be back. That's a real double-edged sword. There are a lot of research posts I could have in this city. Yeah, there's a lot of research posts I could have in this city. I'd love to get this Arcanium ore. 800. Okay. Dude, if I could ever stop being crusaded against constantly. Where's this homie going? There's a city ruins here. Oh, Paul lost the city. Fireforged stone. I'm going to dismantle those ruins. I don't want them myself, so they don't really benefit leaving them around. Nah, I'm not worried about that. Go insane with hands on my back, just swooping and clapping me randomly. Definitely drive you a little bit nuts. Now. No, Belsarius, please. Leave me alone. I gotta try to get to this Temple of the Tome because otherwise she's gonna try to steal it on me. I spent 4 gold and hurry that. Boy, and then I think I might just go for the Vampire Castle because everything else is getting destroyed constantly. When victorious in battle, gain plus 10 mana. Oh, counts as a conduit. I can put that next to the mausoleum. No, we'll build the crypt so we can bring back, what's his face? Tier 1 units gain XP faster. Yeah. The Immortals are wounded 648, 748. So 750 versus 900. I could spend a turn healing. I mean, I could take the risk and sit right here, but I'm pretty sure he will just move up and then attack me. I could cast Morbid Sacrifice. Restore all HP, gain Universal Camouflage, gain 15 Morale, gain 20 HP. That's, I think, the play. I would like Blood Fury weapons for this fight. So, do I need to do that then? I could just like wait here one turn. We are still healing. You're making my life difficult, Edward. We go for the Blood Fury weapons. It is a goddamn pirate ship that's attacking me. God dang pirates! Ooh, unguarded knowledge stash. Also city ruins here. We'll get rid of that. Pretty cool paladins riding in a chariot. Can't deny that coolness. No! No! Not the Toll of Seasons! Please, sir, I'm already undead. 787. All right, well, we moved up a little bit here. And Belisarius is here. And he's definitely about to start sieging my temple. And he's got another guy with him. I don't know where he just came from. He must have had universal camouflage. Yeah, he did too. Oh, man. We're getting pounded into the dirt right now. Whispering Stones, Crypt Blade. I'm going to take Crypt Blade. It's a free attack. This has invaded another square. What's the better option here? If I attack him, I could then trigger universal camouflage. It's an option. Go insane with hands on my back? Yeah. Is in this DLC also a campaign realm like in the Archon DLC? Yes, there is. There is. I just chose not to play it first because I think I've just like learned my lesson from story realms. Probably try to post bounty on one of the camps to hold thumbs that someone could take out one. That's not a bad idea, actually. You know what? Paul could probably take this one on. Here's the problem. Every time this Pirate Cove attacks, it attacks with 2 heroes, which is 300 knowledge for me. Also, no one will take any quests from me, so it is relatively irrelevant. I think we're gonna go with Belsarius first. It's a bit of a better chance. It gives me some levels, and then I can swoop back around after. Having my capital be under siege is like a pretty big disadvantage. Dude, I did not even look at what this guy has. Magelock Cannon. Overseer. Harrier. Harville the Strong. Frosty Dragonbane. He also has Bless and Astral Blessing. Rolanta the Brave. Who's a Berserker. A Copper Golem and a Magelock. Okay, this is not... compared to a bunch of tier 4 mythic units, I feel like this is not that bad. You have this Pact of Eternal Servitude. You have Blood Empowerment. You could use frequently. Okay. Do I want to put the Resurgence on my Death Guard? This unit gains 20 temp hit points and 10 temp hit points for each stack of Mortal Blessing. Or do I want to put it on Eduardo? You know what, man? Eduardo can probably heal himself back up. Let's give them Eternal Servitude. Oh. I guess you don't really have a buff yet. Oh, great. Suppressing Barrage. You're pinned. No, I certainly don't want to move. That's for darn sure. Darn shooting. I could move a little bit. Mostly just to better position Eduardo. Okay, let's try that. I'd also like to be hit with less of those suppressing barrages, so it's not going to happen really, but... Strengthen removed, okay. Bit rude, but you're pinned. You're pinned. How are you pinned again this turn? Oh my god, you hit me with a net. Goddamn cannon is just sitting back there. It's waiting for me to move up. Here's the thing. If I don't do something right now, I'm going to get mage locked in the face as well. I don't care for this pinning. I don't care for it one iota. I think I'm going to put you here. %10% of your max HP. Your next attack deals 50% extra damage. 24, 28. And this deals 50% of the damage dealt. So if this deals 50% extra damage... Calculating. I'm going to lose 9 HP. And this is going to do an extra 12 damage, of which I'll heal 6. So we'll only take 3 damage in total from that. It does 10 damage. Do you have any stacks of this right now? No. But you do have lifesteal. You know what? You've also got resurgence. You're going to plug that guy. That's going to get me copper golemed. Which is not good if I'm on a horse. Boy, you're also going to do a lot of damage. Technically, this guy could shoot me also. I forgot. I don't know if the computer knows that it can do that. But you can just, like, shoot an area that's empty to hit people behind it. Alright, I'm going to move you there. That's guaranteed. But you know what? He's also bleeding and poison, so let's just hit him with this. Get some Mortal Blessing. Does Mortal Blessing also... This guy looks like he just got like a ton of heals off of that. Do you also get like some sort of backlash from that or something? Or did you just add in... I have no idea how that works. But okay. Yeah, I'm not close enough to anybody to do the bleed stack, so we'll just save the mana for now. You're gonna blat him, no surprise. Ward. Okay. Live. Alright, well, he had resurgence. We do get mortal blessings from that. You seem like the obvious choice here. But we can surround you a lot before we do that. That's a killer flank. Can't get to that cannon. That sucks. I'm wondering if I put like the Pact of Eternal Servitude on you or you. I think I'm actually gonna do it on you. Berserker Rage. Okay, trigger it. If I can't kill him, I can't kill him, so... Immune to bleeding. Do a bit of extra damage there. I can't kill him, but I can still do a bit of extra damage to him. I actually have an open flank on you already. My big concern is I did just set that up stupidly. You're both casters. I can't get the crit blade on anybody. I'm concerned about this mage lock cannon, and the only way for me to really get to it is to like start moving out here to shut it down. I tell you what, I'm going to dagger flurry that Harrier because I can stack bleeding on him. And I should have done this way earlier. There's bleeding on 2 more of them as well. Which I'm hoping will kill her after Steadfast wears off. There's that brutal double shot. Ooh, I was wrong. It should have been you. That copper golem's probably going to go after them. Ah, yeah. Man, I really underestimated this fight. Kill him. You do everything you can on him. Now, I know I could crit blade that. I could also snapshot them. So I tell you what, we're going to snapshot them. Just allow me to go here behind this guy. This cannon, it basically can't do anything as long as you stand next to it, so... If I can throw my daggers that way. And honestly then do another one of these. Stacks of bleed. It's fine, he's immortal. Don't really want to be playing Ring Around the Rosie with a Mage Lock cannon, but I don't think I have much of a choice. 32 damage on a crit blade. I don't suppose that's enough to kill him, is it? I don't suppose if I cast Blood Empowerment it would be, though. Beautiful! Now, here's a great question for you. Why didn't that summon a zombie? Units killed with this weapon transform into a decaying zombie until the end of combat. That is most certainly not a decaying zombie. You're dead. You're dead. So this is kind of, I feel like I'm having these really Pyrrhic victories, and I'm starting to realize, and I kind of had a feeling that this was the case, this is how literally the vampire campaigns are meant to play. You're meant to have these characters, these high-level characters, that get all these benefits from things like Mortal Blessing. And so the more things that die, especially things like those immortal units that we have, the crazier I get, right? Like I have an extra, what, 50 HP from Mortal Blessing right now, and an extra 10% crit chance. And then when you look at these abilities that do things like, you know, like your characters get resurgence, you know? Like my only mistake here was if I had done the blood pact on my other caster, everyone would have came back at the end of this fight. I would have killed them all and I wouldn't have lost a single unit. And that is crazy cool. You have another Crypt-like strike? That's interesting. Oh. Oh, I guess actually you don't need to go in close. You can just shoot him. Crypt-like strike? Yeah, that time it formed a zombie, so maybe it just doesn't work on heroes. Right? Like, look, this guy came back. This Death Guard came back 50% HP. These guys come back at 10%, but that's why you're meant to have, like... Well, I guess that's, like, why things like the Pact of Eternal Servitude are good. I mean, this is very much a Warlock ability, but... It fits in very well with this. A tier 2 battle axe. Oh. And I got his fancy orb. Now, you guys have to go here. We unlock Marcus Research because we just got 300 knowledge from killing 2 heroes. We'll take the Mark of the Death Cult. It's also only 1 turn. You're going to grab that knowledge, and then you're just going to keep running. I don't know where you are going. How about in here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think you're making it out of there, buddy. Now, these guys are weak. What I'm going to do is cast Morbid Sacrifice. Full heal. And they have Universal Camouflage. So that guy shouldn't... Keyword. Shouldn't come after me. Also, this is awesome. So we just built the Forge. Now we can hire Vampire Spider Hatchlings and Shrieking Bats and Vampire Spider Matriarchs once we level up a little bit. And also Doom Bats? Doom Bats! Doom Bats! So again, it's just like, it's a sacrificial unit. Like, this guy is just designed, he flies, he's tiny. You're meant to throw this guy over the back line to tie up things like the Mage Lock Cannon. And then when he dies, it doesn't matter. Because he's basically a free unit, right? Like, he costs 30 gold. It's like basically nothing. He costs a thrall, but you have ways of making thralls. Obviously, I love Vampire Spiders. Mostly because when they level up, they become Vampire Spider Matriarchs. Does Doom Bats level up? No. And there are Shrieking Bats, who are a new ranged unit. They have Echoing Shriek, which does morale damage. Really, really good if you're playing like a Tyrant Death Guards. Tyrant Dark Culture. So who did we lose? We lost our caster. That's right. And we can build other things in the meantime. I want to see your vampire versus a badass dragon. Duke it out. Yes. That's how Death Cult works. Nothing to do with vampires only. Yeah. I think it's just that the vampires do have some good synergies with it, right? Get a tier 2 bat next. I might. Haven't rightly decided yet. Everything is terrible to build because we are getting wailed on constantly. I'm going to get a stonemason to try and get our production up, but man, we desperately need some stuff. We're also about to get told of seasons. This guy might fight the Toll of Seasons for us. $216 to grow. Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to do that. Are you building a city there? might be. I'm going to build a quarry here because I'm going to replace that with a blood altar, probably. Oh. Okay, so universal camouflage doesn't work? Because that guy clearly just walked directly where my army was and killed me. I would have rushed those blood cultists had I known that was going to happen. I might have to roll back that save, but we'll try to fight it. I don't like rolling back saves, so... Woof. Woof, woof, woof. You have an awakener. Okay. Good to know. So if I want to do that strengthening spell, I better cast it like first thing here. Pact of Eternal Servitude. I mean, at least like, Belsarius Call had spells. I can actually get on top of that Tyrant Knight. Next radius. I'm gonna have to do this. It's my best option, I think. Meow, 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 meow. Lightbringers. Okay, you're gonna have to die first, for sure. Because he's just gonna dominate something otherwise. Levy, you cancel his attack, you attack him. If I stand here, I'll get tripled. Subjugator. Is this from the order book? I thought they were called Tyrant Knights. No, that's the dark unit. No, this is the dark unit. They've renamed the Tyrant Knights to Subjugators. Aha, okay. All right, that makes more sense then. Thank you. Nothing like a Tola Seasons to ruin my morning. This is the most truth. Oh, I suppose I could stand here. You know what? That's probably the best choice. Stun? Resisted. All right. How much are you screwing me? Oh, my body. Resisted the convert. All right. Well, that's good at least. Hoo-wee. Resisted the oppress. That's also good. You know what? That could have went a lot worse. You guys all have life steal, so at least we got something going on there for us. That's a 65 flank. I'll take that. Don't mind if I do. Charge strike with the electricity. Also don't mind if I do. How much HP you got? 18. You sound like you could probably die from a crypt blade. Why is that only doing 16 damage? Why you gotta be so rude? Now he has 8. Now a crypt blade will kill him? Zombies! Look at that retaliation damage. Whoo-wee! You know what I'd rather this zombie doing? Taking that on the jaw and then going to piss off that guy. 45 damage on a flank? Yes, please. On a support character? Jones him. Now, watch me get absolutely buckled. A zombie! That's an immortal unit? That's an immortal unit? That's not? Ooh. That could have went worse. I mean, it could have went better too, but we take what we can get. You can kill the Lightbringer. Gives everybody mortal blessings, so you in fact have 4 mortal blessings right now, which means you can heal for 60 HP from Deathly Vitality. And then enter defensive mode. So you're going to stand right here. You're going to cast Deathly Vitality. You're going to heal an insane amount of HP. Now, here's the problem. How do I get this guy's retaliation gone so he does not do that much damage to me and put me in Berserker Rage? Ooh, no, that would be bad. That would not be good. And the answer to that is I don't have an answer. Poop. Do I want a death waltz? It's a little early to do that on you. I have slippery and swift. I'm a skirmisher. At least I can get the heal there. Yeah. I'd like those other guys to be bleeding a bit more, but I'll take what bleeding I can. Why is that bleeding removed? Ay, ay, ay! Steadfast? Steadfast, let's go! Please don't die. Oh my god, Steadfast. No! I don't have enough mana to Death Waltz! Shazbot. I could swap my Pact of Servitude. Target cannot be affected. Why not? Because I already have one active? If I cancel this, it's going to not let me cast Pact of Eternal Servitude? Should I probably attack with this first so that you still have like lifesteal and stuff? That's a nice tasty flank. I appreciate you having that. Mortal Blessing. Charge attack there. I'm going to cancel the Blood Pact. I'm going to form a new Blood Pact on you. Oh my god. This is hacks. I can then kill this guy. So that everybody gets another Mortal Blessing. Obviously, Eduardo's going down. He's yelling timber. Whoa! Okay. That was scary. I pooped a little. How you boys feeling against this big lad? Pretty good, I think. You can't do another pact. So I could do a 21. Or I could go around and drain his blood. I think we're going to go for the 21 here, because I might just be able to straight up kill him right now. Let's go, baby. Tell me that worked. Tell me that worked. Oh, it did. Oh, it's so good. Nobody dies. Dude, the warlocks are insanely powerful with this culture trait. Like, that's nuts. To be able to sacrifice units and guarantee they get resurgence on a culture that like gets buffed as people get killed, and half of them get resurgence anyway, that's so good. My chest is pumping. My chest is absolutely pumping. We still have the Toll Walkers, Mist Walkers to deal with though, and they are gonna hurt. They're gonna hurt a lot. Well, I can rebuild that Forester. If I rebuild these ruins, that Crusader host comes back up, which is a problem. So let's take some levels. My god. Might be they saw my last position, moved into it. Possibly, yeah. 2 different knights for each dark. No, actually. So I don't get knights. As a death cultist, I basically get a special version of shades that instead of skirmishers are... I can actually show you. We don't have them unlocked yet. But we get death stalkers. So these are kind of like shades, but they don't have a ranged attack. They have a single melee attack that does decaying, and then they have death stalk, which allows them to jump behind units, knock them back, and enter defensive mode, and does damage based on lost hit points. So they have similar effects to the way that shades work, but they have a jump instead of a ranged attack. 0 cooldown on this as well, which is pretty nuts. It's a fighter unit, so it's a bit more tankier than a shade would be. They also get additional mortal blessings on killing things and extra damage for mortal blessings. They also look pretty sick. They're cool assassins, yeah. Shirojirojin. I want to buff this Blood Pact is what I'd like to do. But I'm also like, ooh, blood drain abilities now have a chance of inflicting mind control instead of stun. I don't think you get any other buffs. Target-friendly units gain 10 HP and strengthened. Ability cooldown refreshes when units summoned by the caster dies or they kill someone. Reclaiming attacks would also be killer. Cause siphon blood to also like heal nearby people. Honestly, that's pretty dope. Man, warlocks work really well as vampires. I wish I had realized this earlier. Let's go with the mind control on this guy. Oh yeah, also, you have a Frosty Dragonbane now. So you do more damage. And it's icy. And you get status vulnerability and Dragon Slayer. Which is great, because there's a huge dragon just to the north of us. Yeah, my guys can't move because of those resurrections. You also get a level up. Flanking attacks now inflict bleed and marked. This is kind of crazy. 20 damage, but it heals you for the same amount and you gain 2 strengthened. But it has to be done on a friendly character. Blood Drain ignores defense and resistance. This is range of 1. The idea with this is kind of like you summon characters and then you drain them for HP. Like, it is quite good. Honestly, flanking attacks inflict bleeding is kind of great for us. It's really hard to say no. He's all about that flank. You're gonna go up and get that city ruin. You're gonna be bold and you're gonna try to steal me treasure from the Umbral Abyss. I don't know how many turns it's going to be till the Toll of Seasons pops up. You know what? If it's this turn and I'm caught out here, even with Universal Camouflage, I might get killed. So why don't we just move at least those guys into town? Oh. You're building. Let's fix these improvements. Even if it baits that Crusader host back up, I do think it's something we're going to have to do. So. Sort of weird that Sacrifice has a range of 1, yeah. Should have the same range as the base ability. So it's different than the base ability, right? So, Siphon Blood is an ability, and Draining Bite is an ability. Draining Bite is a range of 1, and it's basically the same as Siphon Blood, but it's stronger. And then Drain Familiar is a totally different ability. I do feel like it's a bit weird having this in here, like in the center part of the skill tree, but it's because it kind of branches off on its side here. So you can also do 3 strengthened instead of 2 strengthened, and then also 3 regeneration and better HP, which is very good, but I don't think it's right for this build. Mostly because I don't have the points for it. I need to cast that, but not immediately. And I don't really have any extra mana sitting around, so... Oh, good! As the Mistwalkers lay siege to Fire Festival and an uncanny song creeps in. Come, our children, come out to play. Kalis. That's too many troops. It's almost 2,000. I can't leave the city while it's sieged either. God damn, dude. I hate Tola Seasons. I don't know why I left that on. Okay. Toll of randomly end game. $66 reduce. We might be 1,000 points. You know, I had a morbid sacrifice up for that last fight as well. So all my characters had an extra 20 HP. And I think I'm going to need to do that again. I don't have the mana to embalm these sacrifices. Why are they so much more expensive? It's not like they get me more embalms. I do declare that's dumb. That shouldn't go up in cost. Unless embalming sacrifice, did I read that wrong? Is embalming sacrifice gives me 125 mana. Swamp Queen Morena. Wonder where she is. Another ruler denounced. You are building a watchtower. Okay, so that probably means you're not going to upgrade that outpost. I mean, maybe. And they expanded there, so they don't have the temple. I mean, not really a lot I can do here. Given the situation of the Feywild, there's not really a lot I can do here. Scourge of Summer. Of course it's the Fire Scourge as well, right? Like, it has to be the one thing that I'm specifically weak to. All friendly units gain rally. Here's the good news is that, like, of all the scourges, Summer has probably the weakest presence trait. Wish we had the ability that, like, we steal more morale based on how much morale they have. It does mean that, like, all their characters crit a lot. There's also a phoenix in here, which is just going to be able to fly over the walls. And then I'm going to have to sit on top of it. Unless I can get, like, a blood maggot to eat it. This is tough. Praetor Shinzon, thank you for the follow, by the way. Welcome to the agency. Yeah, all right. Well, let's, for sure, let's... Battle Saint and a Warrior with a Raider and a Conqueror. Let's just embalm you. Oh, shoot. I can't cast it in a single turn. I don't have enough, casting points. Well... Everybody got armor on? Might as well. Woof. And they get misty. Every 2 turns, a random enemy is hit by Ignite. And you have a Pyromancer, Furies, War Shamans, Warriors, and Sunderers. I don't think I can win this. Which does mean I think it will kill my campaign. But, you know, let's find out. If there's one thing I love doing, it's going down with a fight. There's one thing I love doing, it's going down with a fight. To be clear, it's... Don't want anybody to get confused there. Blood cultist, blood cultist, blood cultist, blood cultist. Where am I putting you? I'm gonna give it to you. Alright. If I can spam blood maggots, maybe. Here's the good news: all their tier 1 units are sitting on one side, and all their other guys are sitting on the other. So if I can spam blood maggots on all these guys and get a huge army of blood maggots up and running. Who do I trigger first? Definitely not you. I'm gonna make it you. Oh. Unfortunately, I only have ballistas, so... You in the back, a Pyromancer? What's your range? Pretty bad. For me. My god, they all have Mirror Veil as well? Fey touched with fiery arrows, flame burst weapons, searing blades, and mirror veil. These dudes suck. All right, I could rush out with his immortal. I could get bleed on all of these guys with a ritual of bloodletting. I love that they can eat the corpses they came on. You guys are staying right in here is where you're staying. You have another catapult. It's really hard to say who I want to hit with this, but I think it's probably the fairies. That's a big heal. Oh! Oh no! I forgot that my walls don't do much to giant flaming antelope. Stunned. Yikes. No, my blood maggots. They didn't even get to hit anything. What a disappointment. You guys are all in stupid, hard to hit land. Where things are hard to hit. You guys really have to reload? Yeah, I guess you do. You took a body rockin', mister. You're stunned. You're stunned, buddy. Vantage point. That's not vantage point. That's just missed. Range on that's 5. Range on that's 3. I don't think Siphon Blood gets bonuses right now from vantage point. 2, 3, 4. Oh, maybe it does. If I put him here, he could do that. Ba-ba-bum. More importantly, if I put him there, he's not in range, immediate range of those big guys. Yeah, well, that sucked. I have another one over here. God damn. I didn't even know that. Fire! Is that worth it? Probably not. See how much these guys just ruined my day right now. Like, I love how I'm like struggling to deal with like the level 1 characters. Yeah, it's dominated. Yes, I could see that being a bit of a problem. Yes. Quite. Indeed. I see you've decided to pillage my walls. Very good. Oh, he bled out. Ah! Don't ignite me. Super rude. Blood parasite. Nom 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 nom. Go get them, my little blood parasites. Oh, you guys are so difficult to hit, aren't you? I forgot that ability casts mind control. Wish I hadn't. This guy's gonna slaughter me. $170 HP. God damn, outrageous. Toll of Seasons is goddamn outrageous. mean, you got life leech. So might as well take use of it. What am I gonna do with you, mister? That's hardly enough damage. Just gonna Berserker Rage you if I cast that. I'd rather wait a turn so that saves you at least a round. Oh? Yes, focus on the blood maggots. That's who you should dominate. This guy I can use Ritual Caster if he lives another round. Okay. Whoa. I mean, I got a lot of guys to get through still. Dagger of the Right. Takes 5 unblockable physical damage, gains 60% damage, and Resurgence, dies at the end of the turn. You're going to die at the end of the turn anyway. You're literally on fire. So you might as well do this baller move and go out with a bang. Fortunately, you just have the absolute 0 shots on anybody. Except my blood maggots, which don't really help me. Oh, good. 2 resisted bleeding. That was a great round for you. All right, Death Guard. You're going to heal. Catapults, are you loaded by any chance? You're all destroyed. I can hit them. But that does not do me much good. Yeah, lads, it's not feeling like a good shot here right now. Ain't feeling so hot. You really can't do much of anything. It's not really worth casting yet. You're dead. Resisted insanity. Okay, you're burning. You're insane and berserk. It's good. That's what you want your vampire leader to be, insane and berserk. Also triggered a steadfast, unfortunately, which he doesn't get to do much with. What is your strategy now, young Skywalker? These guys are like permanently dominated, right? Sure are. Nine whole damage. Well, I guess we'll go for these pyromancers. And can't run, can I? No, sir, I cannot. Go down swinging, baby. Live your truth. You're gonna die anyway. Oh, you're still berserked. Rip. God, now they're stacking regeneration. Oh, these guys have a charge and a non-charge. What happened to that spearman? I didn't even see him get killed. It's like he just vanished into the wind. Oh, he probably got hit with an ignite. Now, something tells me you are going to get killed moving away. I thought so. Bloodletting on the parasite to blood siphon every turn. Oh, with like your vampire lord. Yeah. Like the Lycan Castle right in the Underworld movie, but instead of angry werewolves, we got angry deers. They also had ballistals there. It was a good movie. So I think this is full. Yeah, this is full map, right? Because that was my throne city. Well, I mean, it's a good first look. Independents have defeated me in battle. Toll of Seasons is just too amped up right now. This is not the first campaign we have just completely gotten wiped because of Toll of Seasons. And every time it's happened in the past, I've been smart enough to turn it off. But, you know, not every time. You have been defeated. Know that every stone you moved and every word you breathed will leave an everlasting echo in this cosmic symphony. We got to see some of the cool stuff, but we didn't get to see all of it. I learned a lot about how these guys work. Who else was on this map, by the way? Magira. Banscythe Letter Knight. I have no idea who that is. Oh, she's an elder vampire. Morena Nykarith, Paul, Belisarius, and Eduardo. Rip. Cool. Yeah, I mean, we had a good map. We had a good little location here. We just didn't manage to like lock it down all the way. I have some other cool ideas that I want to play through, so I also have to turn off the advantage thing because right? Yeah, like Paul here had 3 cities. I keep forgetting to do that. You live, you learn, right? You had 2 cities. Oh, Belisarius only had the 1. Not that much in the way of underground, which was kind of neat. Subdued Umbral Abyss. I actually really like this Umbral Abyss. This is the subdued version. I feel like this is something that's good to keep on. Because this is not like an obnoxious amount. I guess it depends, because also like that adds teleporting around the map and all sorts of other stuff. Umbral Abyss is always a bit of a tricky one, because if you don't build for it, it really like doesn't benefit you that much, but you got advantages. One more run. Well, we got to think about what the next character we're going to play as, because obviously we can't play as him again. We got to try out somebody else. I did get a Pantheon point. I didn't actually get to show you guys the Pantheon rewards, how this has changed. So now there are 2 pages. This is page 1, the old page, and page 2, which is I guess where they're going to put all the new stuff, because they were like, we don't know how to put this in here anymore. So there's just like 2 little icons, 2 more icons up here. There is the sword and whip variant in the item forge. There is the crossbow variant in the item forge and the garlic variant in the item forge. Then there's apex predators and the hunter's hat, hunter's outfit, and hunter's cape. And then these are item infusions. So this is inspiring presence, gives morale buffs. This one is piercing shot. This one's really cool. It basically turns you into like a mage lock cannon. Which I really like. It takes all your abilities and you can only shoot it directly in front of you, which is kind of nuts. But it's the idea that, like, you know, if you have a ranged character who's purely ranged and someone comes up next to them, they could just cannonball them. A Wail of the Banshee, which adds Wail of the Banshee. And then pull shot, which is grabs them and pull. This is a new thing that like the whips all get. And I think I definitely want to play with a whip character next time. The whip ranger would have made a little bit more sense with the vampiric siphon blood, because you could siphon blood as a ranged attack and then move in and melee attack, and it's like not as punishing. So I think that's probably would have to be like the next character we go with. So make a sparkly vampire. I mean, tempting. I see Paul, but did you make John, George, and Ringo? No, that was Paul the Dune Worm. So he was named after Paul Atreides when the Dune movie came out. So many things, little things unlocked. You suck. Always quit halfway through runs. If you have a run that you haven't completed, you can actually click in the menu. There's a button called surrender. And if you surrender, you will get Pantheon points for everything you have done in that run already. It'll tell you how many Pantheon points you get in the escape menu. So I highly, highly, highly recommend, if you want, if you're just finishing runs and like, or if you're getting bored of a campaign or whatever, you want to move on to the next one, just surrender that campaign, get the points, and then at least you get to unlock a bunch of stuff with it. So we do need to unlock something with this. I want to get that hunter's crossbow. I don't really want this stake and ballot banner icon, so I guess we'll grab this and we'll go up backwards, because, you know, why not? I vote for undead vampires. You lacked skeletons to win. Yeah, I mean, I think there's some really cool undead combinations that I think would be fun, and we could play as like Tyrant Dark instead tomorrow. So load it up every time. It's a lot, right? Battle Saint and Vampire could be good with all the HP and strength buffs. I didn't even think of a Battle Saint. I think of them so as like a good, but an undead Battle Saint. All right, we got to think about this. You could move. I could have moved my throne to the other city. Yeah, I guess that's true. But I don't know. We were getting absolutely pounded on there. That was a really tough start. We'll just turn Toll Seasons off for the next round. Everything else we can keep the same, I think. I feel like it's a good map otherwise. So tomorrow is heresy. Tomorrow, see? No, that's gonna be all the time that we do for today. I think we'll save a bit more for tomorrow. We're going to be doing Age of Wonders all week long, so, you know, tune back in. It'll be on YouTube. YouTube is on this screen. Twitch is on this screen for me. It will be on YouTube as well tomorrow. We're going to keep streaming it as long as this worked and didn't totally, like, explode my system, which I feel like we did okay. We will be streaming tomorrow. We're going to be streaming... what time is it? 8 a.m. Eastern Standard? And we'll be streaming all day. We'll probably do a longer stream as well tomorrow as well. So I would have kept going, but, you know, I don't want to start a new campaign right now, only to play it for like an hour or two and then have to cut it off. It's too much of a tease that way. Let's explode the system. That's going to be it for us. I got to figure out how to end the YouTube side of things. Thank you for joining us. Until next time.